Hello. Spontaneous stream. Uh, I'm gonna wait to make sure the audio comes in on my end. All right on my headphones. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Sweet. Um, Random ass little stream. I'm gonna be flipping through some anime magazines I've had sitting on the side of my desk for a while. In this deck, I mostly have Megami. Some of these are unopened; they're still in the plastic wrap. I got these from Japan, from Mandarake. I got the bag next to my desk, and I would lift it up, but it's currently full of 18 plus material in there, and I don't want to like dump any of it, and whatever. But I did get these at the Mandarake at Nakano Broadway. This particular stream is going to be kind of chill, kind of aimless. Um, I figured it'd be cool to flip through some magazines, uh, put myself on the spot, see if I could read any of this shit. And I mean, it would also serve like not only like a stream, but hopefully something interesting that someone would go back and potentially rewatch, skim through, put in the background as I flip through some magazines, listen to some music. Maybe people will have a couple things to say. Um, but otherwise, that's about it. If I there's some thunder. There's some thunder. I was gonna say I want to preface this by saying I'm not sure how long this is gonna go exactly. Uh, Based on the thunder outside, I'm assuming that my internet is gonna be fine for a little bit. There's supposed to be some storms later this afternoon and into the night. I think I'm gonna be fine for now, but if my internet does decide to crap out, then we're all out of luck. So this stream could potentially go for 5 minutes or like an hour. I'm not gonna go too long though, just casually. And I have a ton of other magazines to flip through as well. Um, so we'll kind of see how it happens. I'm out right here on top. I do have Bug. Actually, before I get into that, I do want to address for people going back and re-listening and rewatching this, because people will ask the Artificial Night Sky 3.3.33 re-upload channel is coming along fine. I currently finished uploading the Carmel Donson video, so I'm basically almost done with what I had to upload. Let me put the mic up a little bit. Oh, YouTube is giving me errors about the internet. I think it's fine. Uh, Regardless, whatever. Um, the 3.33 uploads are going along nicely. I'm at the Caramel Donson, so I only have a couple more left. The big videos, like the Digibro video and the Under 17 video, are already completed and uploaded there. And those are probably the ones with the largest file size, which would tax my internet the most to upload, so those are done. But without further ado, let's get into some otaku magazines here. Um, the first one, of course, I'm not going to talk about. This is Bug. I just wanted to show it off. This was also bought at the Nakano location. Bug, for those who don't know, is a magazine specifically for eroge. Like you open this up and it's just like a softcore porn magazine, sometimes hardcore. They like to showcase a lot of the 18 plus CGs in these bad boys. Um, so yeah, I haven't flipped through it. It doesn't look that intense. It was only 200 yen, by the way. Um, oh, never mind. It does. There's your 18 age rating, but I'm gonna save this one for my personal usage. I think this top one I've already flipped through. Let me move some of these off to the side so I could get some room. So we got the Megami magazine. This one was from uh, Sangatsu of what year? 2002. We got Onegai Teacher on the cover. Onegai Teacher is a series I'm quite fond of. Uh, Really fantastic music in this one. I plan on doing some sort of write up or uh, whatever about Onegai Teacher, because the group that did the music for the series, called Ive Sound, they also did a lot of like Denpa music, collaborating with Kotoko. I think I've talked about them before, but the Onegai Teacher soundtrack is like this really cool trance OST. A lot of electronic music in there. Um, I really like how it seamlessly blends like the songs, like the opening song into like the whatever they're previewing. But whatever, that's enough rambling. It's a good series. Um, I got this one in particular because it has some canon figures. I've actually already opened this one up, but we could kind of like skim through it. First, we probably should see. Do I have the canon figures in here, or am I thinking of something else? I think I'm thinking of something else. They're just like little cardboard cutouts. They're still here. The previous owner didn't mess with them, so just it was basically in mint condition despite it being a 2002 magazine. I'm thinking of a different one. There was a different Megami magazine I bought here at Mandarake that had like this almost a meter tall cardboard cutout of Nanaha. Takamachi Nanaha, is that her last name? Takamachi Nanaha from Maho Shoujo Lyrical Nanaha. So I have that somewhere. I need to put that in my room. I don't think it's actually like a meter tall. It's maybe like 2 feet tall. But it came with one of these magazines, and it's pretty sick. So we opened it up, and we immediately... I mean, I'm not really going to be a stickler on quality here. You're going to get what you're going to get. So if you can see the page, then you can see the page, but otherwise, whatever. Megamis are usually kind of... Here, actually, hold on. I think I need to change to live chat. There we go. People got on my case last time about that because I completely forgot. Megami magazines are usually mostly like Bishoujo art. So whatever series that are primarily aimed at otaku are going to be featured in here. It's kind of like a Gravier magazine. Gravier being mostly for like idols and stuff, like live action photo shoots, that kind of thing. Whereas this one is like anime Gravier, so it's kind of doing its own spin on that. Tenshi no Shippo DVD on sale now. You're very rarely going to see men in these, so it's kind of curious to see that. And actually, that's because it's what's that one show? You're Under Arrest. He usually says the title somewhere on here. I'm not gonna unfold too many of these. Though it is cool to see Canon 2002. The real OGs remember that one. Some Love Hina. Always good to see Love Hina. I just hit the microphone. It's probably gonna hurt your ears a little bit. And Galaxy Angel. I'm actually working through Galaxy Angel right now. Really cool series. I do like Galaxy Angel. It's taken me a long time to get around to it, but I finally given it a shot, and I ended up enjoying it way more than I thought I would. Galaxy Angel is pretty kino. It's just like a sci-fi absurd early otaku moe thing. Pretty cool. Another series that is good, Aiyori Aoshi, which is a series I didn't think I was gonna like too much, because it's like super vanilla. It's like the most vanilla shit you could possibly think of, but it's kind of comfy. I enjoyed it. And then we got some DG DG Shade characters there. The aforementioned Tenchi no Shippo, and finally an Onegai teacher. This one's like a little calendar or something for February that you can put up on your wall. The cool thing about Megami magazines, if you really want posters, go to get Megami magazines, because they usually come with a crap ton of posters. Like right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 different posters in here. Actually more, 5. So you got 5 different pull-out posters right here. Welcome Black Star 39. I just started. Just flipping through some old otaku magazines I picked up from Japan. Love Hina again. I actually haven't seen Love Hina again, though I have seen the original series and like all the OVAs. It is a manga I do intend to get around to at some point. Here's Galaxy Angel I was mentioning before. I think this is the first season actually, because this is when what's her face gets enlarged, or is it the second season? First season. It's another Broccoli property. Same people who did DG Shade. Uh, yeah. The graphic design in some of these old magazines goes pretty hard, by the way. Like, it just says, like, heart and body right here with the giant English text. Um, though truthfully, I don't think anyone's actually reading these Megami magazines for the content. They're mostly here for the nice pictures. This one, is this one a deluxe? Now that I think about it. No, it's just a regular one. Um, Crap, I forgot. I think one of these Megamis I have is what, like the first ever Megami. It might be this one actually, because as Megami magazines go on, later into the 2000s, they stop actually having content in them, and they start like just being more gravier, like I mentioned before. And like the Megami Deluxe magazine specifically are just like a greatest hits. I'm not sure like if it's for the year or for like a specific period of time, but those are just pictures, and they got a lot of posters in those. Megami Deluxes are pretty cool. Um, Finishing up with DG Shade, we got some Memories Off. Memories Off is pretty alright. It's a pretty interesting little OVA. Uh, I've seen all the Memories Off OVAs, for Memories Off, first through the fifth, for no particular reason other than they were there. Um, the first one is probably one of the better ones. The rest just like sort of taper off, and as the productions go on, like it just gets increasingly like worse off in terms of the animation. Though the voice acting generally remains pretty good all throughout. Memories Off. I'm not really too familiar with this one. This is Tenshi no Shippo, or Angel Tail, I think it is a little frog girl. One of those series I do gotta check out. At least in terms of my tastes, anything featured in a Megami magazine is gonna be right up my alley. Mostly like Bishoujo stuff, you know. We got Pure Hearts. This is Onegai Teacher right here. Strong recommendation for Onegai Teacher. It's pretty good. Even if you're not into MILF stuff or like teacher stuff. I actually like it more than Onegai Twins. I intend to rewatch Onegai Twins because I feel like I incorrectly judged it the first time I watched it. Like, I liked it significantly less than Onegai Teacher. Maybe I just liked one more than the other, but I feel like watching them sort of back to back, like I was immediately able to judge which one was better, and then I sort of lost interest in Twins. I ordered a Dreamcast copy of Memories Off Complete a couple days ago, actually. You know what? I do have a Dreamcast Bishoujo game literally right behind me right now. Let me grab it. It's not Memories Off. It's Mizu Ito. Let's put it right there. I'm a bit more fond. Like I sort of think about Mizu Ito and Memories Off in like the same sort of, like I group them together because they're pretty similar types of Bishoujo games from the same era. Very similar like aesthetics, I guess they're going for. I ended up picking up Mizu Ito because I enjoy that one a little bit more, and the OVA for that one's actually pretty good too. Hello, semi-dead account. We got some Sete stuff for Onegai Teacher, some lovely panty shots as well. Some figures. Got a Nadu figure right there. Continue flipping through. How many of these? Just a lot of like sort of advertising right here. Is advertising various goods, what's on TV, what have you. We got some Oja Majo right there. Otherwise, similar stuff what I've talked about and what you might expect from 2002, what someone's into. This is, I showed it before at the beginning, but for those who dropped in a little bit later, This is the Canon. Um, it's not really cardboard. It's like a little like plasticky thing, like kind of like what you might find on like a packaging of a box or something. The previous owner didn't mess with this at all, and I bought this used. I think I got all of them for like 500 yen or less. Let me double check because this one's still in the packaging. So yeah, this one's 500 yen. Let's see if we can show that one. It's not going to show up because I'm recording at such a low quality you can't even tell. But I got all of them for 500, and the exchange rate works in my favor this time. Have you got the Tea Society of a Witch Hirameki release? It is a really interesting form of visual novel. I do not, though I do have the Hourglass of Summer Hirameki release. And I intend to play that. Maybe that would be a good thing to do on stream. I was just kind of waiting for summertime to come back around, because Hourglass of Summer sort of makes sense to play during the summer, you know? And I figured, like, since it's a DVD, like, interactive DVD game, you can technically just play it like on a PS2 emulator. But I'll have to see about that. I've been trying to read through Canon for the past 2 months, but I got stuck with reading VNs consistently. Sort of the same, honestly. Like, I haven't really read any Bishoujo games recently. And by recently, I mean like more than a year. Let alone completed one. Though I do want to get back into them. It's a more of a recent release. Well, technically, quote unquote, recent. It's Kakyusei. I think it's Kakyusei. Or no, it's Dokyusei. Got a remake on Steam, and I want to buy that and play it. Because it's more of like a straight dating sim, which is one of the very few English translated, like actual quote unquote dating sims that are translated. The other one, what was the other one? It's like Fureba or something, like Friends to Lovers, something like that. With like actual mechanics and stuff in terms of like dating sims. I know Love Plus has a translation. Tokimeki Memorial onto Saturn is getting a translation as well, which is going to be pretty hype. I actually own Tokimemo onto Saturn. I have a Japanese Saturn somewhere behind me. That's pretty cool. What's this? Nothing much. Real. Dokyusei was fun to read, actually. Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I just didn't pick it up in the last Steam sale. But it's pretty cool. I don't even mind the art too much. Memories off poster. The real ones know that Canon 2002 is a superior anime. At least it's comfier. It has the aesthetic. It has the aesthetic going for it that 2006 lacks. Hello. Is that Buruki? You would pronounce it? Konnichiwa, konbanwa. This is more memories off. Memories off second there. And this is funny. It's fucking Zeta. What was her name? 4. Yeah, it was funny because I was rewatching Zeta and I didn't expect to see it there. We got some user submitted art, which is kind of cool. I like when magazines do that. Like they do a little fan art section. It's generally not like the best art, but it's kind of comfy. If you kind of catch my drift on that. Hello, Tom. Just flipping through some anime magazines. This one's a Megami from 2002. I got random manga chapters. And whenever I get these old anime magazines, I never read the manga chapters. Oh, this one is a Megami magazine from March 2002. Here we go. It's this one. It's just a regular Megami. It's not a deluxe or anything. Here's an interesting little advert for the original Xbox. which it's curious to see why it's there. This is just general news stuff, announcing various live concerts that are happening. What's this over here? Wonder if we could hear that in the background. Got some thunder. Got just more merch stuff. I don't think I have any of this stuff. Canon. They were pretty big on Canon. Like I have this one, the next one I purchased. Pretty big on Canon. Obviously, it was pretty big in the otaku sphere. This one is this? No, it's not Sister Princess, or is it? No, it says Milky Season. This is a PC game. So in some of these early Megamis, they actually, I guess they did explicitly mention PC games. Semi-Dead account says, have you heard of the Raijin Animanga magazine from the early 2000s? I heard of the Akihabara one with Dejiko on the cover and another one with Galaxy Angel. It sort of sounds familiar. I might have one, but I don't think it's the one you're talking about. And it might be like a weird sample one. But I don't have those. I just have a handful of Megamis because I wanted to sort of fill out my collection of them. Obviously, new type. I got a Bug, and I think I have a couple others. But that's about it. There was a ton of magazines over there in Mandarake, really cheap. So if you ever find yourself in Tokyo, definitely check it out. You could buy a crap ton of anime magazines in like pristine condition. Like this one's brand new. Hello, SOS or Die SOS Brigade. Pretty sure that's Good Students alt, unless I'm mistaking someone else. More Bishoujo games here. What is this one? EU 3D PD. There's a Mizuito I was talking about earlier. There's some interesting stuff in here. Suika. I saw a listing on Mercari US for $19. I mean, that's the thing with some of these old magazines. Like, for example, I found one a while back called Raspberry, and I picked that one up just because I had never heard about it before. And sometimes there are magazines that like just straight up won't be scanned online. It's actually more common than not, I guess. So if you're a magazine person, kind of like how I am, it would be a cool thing to add to your collection, I think. More listings. This is talking about various CDs and DVDs that are going to be coming out. I think these are more, yeah, Windows. These are more Bishoujo. Oh, okay. That's not censored at all. Let me flip through these a little bit. Unfortunately, thanks to YouTube, I won't be able to show that. I don't think I got too much of it, or not enough to incriminate me or anything, but there was definitely a boob, which I didn't expect, because typically Megamis are pretty softcore, you know. Another poster here. Which one is this series from? This looks like a Bishoujo game. Yeah. And I think this one as well. This is something to look out for, I guess. Early 2000s anime manga magazines from the West are so cool to discover, though, as well as other US licensed stuff. Oh, maybe I misunderstood what you were saying initially, Semi-Dead. I thought it was like a Japanese account or a Japanese magazine. But from what you're saying, it seems like it's at least a North American, or at the very least like US based one, which is pretty cool. Since usually you only hear about like New Type USA, what's the Animerica, They have Otaku USA now, which is terrible. Um, and there was another one. I found one at a bookstore once, but I didn't pick it up because it wasn't that interesting. But there are a couple of like small magazines that popped up from time to time, um, and I think they're fascinating. Which sort of brings me to the a topic I was probably going to talk about sometime during this stream, which is regarding like zines, as in like sort of like doujinshi, but like indie magazines, self-published. One of these days, I'm gonna do a zine. I just haven't collected everything I want to do for it, nor thought of a good enough title for one. But I will do a zine eventually. Just because I like the whole doujin and doujinshi culture and stuff, and I wanted to sort of recapture what otaku were doing back in the day, like like back in like the sci-fi club era when they were all making zines and stuff, fanzines, which is pretty cool. Something I want to get around to eventually. All right, that one's safe. You know what? There's a lot of scans and stuff. Like when I'm bored, I flip through like archive.org, the Internet Archive, and there's a lot of like Spanish language, whatchamacallit, like Spanish language anime magazines, otaku magazines. So if you can read Spanish, there's a surprising amount of them out there, which is pretty cool. I guess I think there was a little bit more of a hardcore otaku presence within like some of the Spanish speaking countries. Um, I recently had a family member out there in one of these countries, and they showed me that they were watching Death Note on just like regular TV, not even cable. And it occurred to me that in like some of these other countries, uh, that they're not able to produce their own cartoons. They probably just license anime and then dub it in their own language and release it as their own cartoon just because they don't have like a Nickelodeon in their country to produce it. But they do have enough money to, to rebrand anime, I guess. And no, I cannot draw. It would probably just be like regular edits and stuff. Unfortunately, well, I mean, I could draw. Most people can physically draw, but I can't. Definitely not on the level of someone uh, who would be posting stuff out there, mostly just like scribbles and stuff. Definitely not enough to be in the zine. Pars, what is the purpose of your third channel, or at least I think the third channel? It's called oh yeah, that's the Genshiken. That is, let me just make sure I got the kanji correct. It's the Gendai Shikaku Bunka Kenkyu Kai, or the crap. What was it? The Society, or crap. What was the Genshiken like actually fully translated out to? It's like the study of modern visual culture or something like that. The research. Um, but regardless, I think it was like the Society for the Study of Modern Visual Culture. But regardless, that third channel is where I upload like random stuff I find, like specifically DVD bonus stuff, um, random interviews, or like OVA that I had trouble personally finding and are probably not licensed. Like that one Kita E OVA, which it's only on like private trackers. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it on YouTube, because definitely no one has the license for this. Um, so it's mostly just a dump for like official like otaku media stuff. Quite literally stuff for the that like a Genshiken channel might actually put up on their site if they did have a site. Like within the context of the anime or manga, if that makes sense. If you release a zine, you should do submissions. Eventually, I would. I think the first one I would kind of do as a proof of concept on my own, and then I would sort of take submissions for it because it would be cool to get more people involved with something like that. Um, but at least starting off, it would just be like a proof of concept. Let me grab the next one. Next one off the stack. Semi-Dead says, what makes me so autistically interested, though, is how there are a lot of obscure early 2000s licensed anime in other countries, but not the US. Yeah, for sure. On my blog, kind of related, on my blog, I was briefly doing this series called New Type Dumpster Diving, which is where I would specifically read New Type USA magazine and find obscure anime that was licensed in the US, but I probably would never have known otherwise had I not read that New Type USA volume. I did it only technically twice, but I did it once officially, which was for Tetsuko no Tabi, which for some reason was mentioned. It wasn't licensed, but they did mention it by name in that magazine. So I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be licensed, just something that they mentioned in English. But there are a lot of like random stuff that those New Type USAs will mention. Besides like the obvious super popular shit, they'll pull up like some random stuff, and it's actually pretty cool. But yeah, definitely for the whatchamacallit, for other countries as well. Like my mom, recently found out that she grew up watching an old 70s show called Candy Candy, which I had never heard about before until she mentioned it, and I'm like, oh shit, it's right there on AnyDB, it's a real thing. Yeah, there was a series by Nebishin called Doto Konani-chan, and I know it is way popular in Latin America than the US. Yeah, like stuff like that, for example. Like they'll just there's definitely more based otaku in some of those countries. Like they'll just be like, hey bro, we should definitely license this show. So they're more in the know about some of those things. I think this one's safe. What is this from? Happiness. Happiness is... I only know that there's a trap in that show. Oh, this is like 2007 for sure. Or 2006 actually. Around Gift Eternal Rainbow. Because this is Yoake Mayori right here. A poster for that one. Oh. Got some more Zero no Sakaima. And this is one right here I was more excited about. Yeah, I'm trying to angle it in. You've probably seen that picture, honestly. Like if you've spent at least a decent amount of time on Danbaru or Yandere, you've probably seen the Gothic Lolita Haruhi edit. I'm quite fond of that one. It's one of my favorite like official art from the Haruhi series. Got some Canon. I feel like I have a poster of that one already. Oh, shout out! We got some Gift Eternal Rainbow in here. Haruhi, yeah, love Haruhi. Gonna have to rewatch Haruhi for like the 5th time. Never gets old. What was this one? Oh, Dabu Dadu? Or Love Doll or Lovely Idol. I watched that show at some point. This one right here. It was a fever dream, man. I don't remember shit from that one. Yeah, there was a Gothic Lolita Haruhi. Oh. Of course we got the Nanoha. Nanoha like took over Megami for a while. Like if you follow Megami stuff, you will know that like there are certain series that kind of just like took over everything. Nanoha is one of those. Like you will look and she's like on the cover of half the volumes of the magazine. Which I'm not complaining. I'm a Nanoha fan as well, but this is Galaxy Angel Rune. Yeah. I kind of figured. Like, I didn't recognize this girl right here, so I'm like, this is probably Rune. Because I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, this is the one that has it. Shit, where did I put Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can pull it out somewhere. But this is the fucking volume that came with the giant ass Nanaha cardboard cutout. Where the hell did I put it? Here we go. Takamachi Nanaha. And Yagami Hayate. And this one. Stain and the Pop. I don't think I'm going to honestly be able to pull this out because it's so big. But maybe I could give you a sense of scale for this bad boy. Yeah, it's definitely not a meter tall. And I guess you're supposed to like prop it up. This thing's, let's see how big it is. I have a reference. It's maybe as big as my arm. So it's not a meter. It's maybe like 2 feet. That was Hayate-chan, and this is Nanaha. Unfortunately, it's adult Nanaha. I like lowly Nanaha much better. But she has Raising Heart in her hand right there. As an aside about Nanaha. First, let me close this up. As an aside about Nanaha. When I originally watched the show, the fan sub I watched translated Raising Heart to Raging Heart, and I thought it sounded so much cooler. And imagine my disappointment when I found out it was actually just Raising Heart. My mouse. Nanaha I kneel. Indeed. Indeed. Best girl in Oregairu besides the obvious Yukino. There's Yukino. I have a bunch of acrylic stands next to my desk right now. Let's see. Who would I say? Probably, I unironically like Iroha. She sort of grew on me as the series went on. I'm not sure if it's just like a matter of just me being into her, into like how smug she is. I mean, I was never really a Yuigahama person, though as the series went on and I read more of the light novels, I sort of grew to like Yui, or at least learn to understand her place within the series, instead of being like blinded simply by like her being a rival to Yukino. It was more like realizing how deep of a character she actually was, like beyond the whole facade of what she was putting up. It was kind of cool. But I guess I'm gonna pick Iroha. It's kind of a troll character, honestly. Raising Heart one guy. Yep. So we got some classic Nanaha stuff. Nanaha is so good. If you're sitting in the stream right now and you haven't seen Nanaha, get on that immediately. 2 Heart 2 stuff, some character designs. I think this is for the anime. And this one right here. I don't even know what series this is. Oh, this is Shauna. I was confused for a second. I sort of recognized the school uniform for that. This is my ultimate. Is this like a Galaxy Angel spin-off thing? Oh yeah, Galaxy Angel Ruined, the aforementioned one. I haven't seen yet, so I'm not familiar with it. Oof. Oh, look at this classic iPod right here. Negima plus iPod. This is so 2006, dude. Like, holy shit. Look at that. I don't have my iPod here. I do have an old, I'm not going to show it because it's like a super shiny piece of shit, but I have an iPod 4. It's probably going to reflect back at something I don't want. More More Negima. I haven't seen Negima either. Despite it being an Akamatsu Ken thing. Not familiar with it at all. Did intend to get around to it eventually. Is this a video game? Yeah, there's like a video game it was showcasing there. And holy crap, there's so much Negima in here. Yes. Sumo Momo 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 Mo. Features a song from Mosaic Wave, I believe. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the reason why I know this show. I haven't seen it though. Hell yeah, dude. We got some Hidamari sketch. This is the first season, I believe. And actually, I don't know if I mentioned it. Here's the volume I'm flipping through. This one is from Junigatsu. Is that Junigatsu? Yeah. Yeah, it's December 2006. So it's our Christmas special. So I guess that sort of aligns that Hidamari's sketch would be starting its run. Let's see what else. That was actually terrifyingly short. There was only one page about Hidamari. I never really was able to gauge how popular it was in Japan. There's some Lucky Star here. Manabi Straight. There's more Sumo Momo 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 Mo. Oh, these are currently airing episodes, it seems. Lucky Star was on episode 2, which I think actually would make sense now that I think about it. So it was just starting. That's pretty neat. Thoughts on ASMR? I actually like ASMR. But here's the thing with it though. That I can only listen to it so much before like I sort of like creep my own self out after I start realizing that it's a real person I'm listening to. Like if I'm listening to it and like part of me will be like, you know, that's a real woman right there talking in your ear right now. Don't you feel gross there, Pars? So I would say I'm fairly sensitive to ASMR triggers and stuff, generally speaking. And yes, I do like ASMR to a certain extent. I couldn't sleep with it though. What is this? These are various merch. It was talking about games here that were coming out, like PS2, stuff like that. Idolmaster 360 game there. Stupid 3D PD in a bikini. Get off my magazine. And this. What is this? Is this like a Nanoha Dojin or something? I flipped through the back and there was some Nanoha. I don't. This does not. Is this Precure? Or is this something original? Oh, it's Simone. Fuck. Of course it's Simone. I don't remember that series at all. I wasn't a fan of Simone. Though I did recognize the forehead girl right there. It's like a magical girl spin-off to Simone. But it honestly looks like a Dojin, dude. And here was the Nanoha one I was mentioning. We have, of course, Vita. I'm pretty sure that was her name, Vita. As in the PlayStation Vita. Yes, let's all love Imouto. This is a Moto appreciation stream. This is Kochiko. Speaking of the devil. Megauta. I'm gonna have to save this because they have an interview with Kotsuko in there, and I was just mentioning her in regards to the Onagai Teacher OST because she did the opening for that as well. I picked up a couple CDs from that because I like her music a lot. Big fan of trance, vocal trance. Kotoko is pretty top epic at that. And some more fan art. Simone was really intense for a Yuri anime. Yeah, I would say so. I would agree. Um, I think at the time as well. I don't remember too much from the show though. I'm not particularly a fan of when like a Yuri show like they go really hard with the plot elements instead of just focusing on the romance. But I guess it sort of makes sense, especially for like thematically what they were going for. We got some gift. Baldur Force EXE. This was Love.exe if you've heard that song from uh, our, our queen, Momoi Haruko. Did the song for that. I know it has an anime and I was gonna watch it, but I'm pretty sure it's bad. Suyo Kiss. Suyo Kiss is kind of underrated. It's not good, but it's a diamond in the rough. Especially if you like school life, slice of life, uh, kind of rom-com type of stuff. And this one, I believe, is Otome wa Boku. Crap, is it Otome wa Boku ni Koi Shiteiru or something like that? Yeah. No, it isn't. No, it is. Never mind. I lied. It's. I think this is a trap one. One of the characters is a male in an all-girls school or something. What else? Yoake Mayori Ururi Rona. If you don't mind me asking, what are you ethnically, racially, if you want to know? I'm not going to explicitly say, but I do know Spanish. Not necessarily as a native language, but I sort of grew up speaking it. Do you think Kotoko's newer songs better, Needy Girl Overload, or the older stuff? I will say Needy Girl Overload is Kino. It's a hype song. I love it. It's so insane. There's also a Bochi the Rock version of that as well, which is pretty cool. But on the whole, I like her older stuff, specifically when she was working with Ive. When crap, what were they called? It was like Sound something. Give me a second. Shit. I got my music player. I'm gonna search it. The Short Circuit, Short Circuit 1, Short Circuit 2. But my favorite work from her is definitely the image songs from Onegai Teacher. Like I Can't Get Over Your Best Smile and Love a Riddle are some of my favorite J-pop songs. Your thoughts on the ending of Genshiken ni Daime, the manga? Oh, holy shit, dude. Um, I have this huge write-up on my blog about it, which I don't recommend anyone to go read at all. But I guess the long and short of it is that I hated it. Especially, like, the author sort of became a Ryaju as time went on. Sort of like, kind of pushing. I didn't like what they did. I don't know if it's a he or she, the mangaka, but I don't know what they. I guess they kind of intended to do this from the beginning, because you could definitely see this, especially on the anime side. Not so much the manga, because the manga starts off as like, kind of like an otaku no video, like, wow, like being very proud of being an otaku, stuff like that. Whereas the anime was, uh, like distinctly, I remember doing the scene where, like, um, some of the guys like Madarame and Sasahara were in like Toro no Ana and they were shopping for dojinshi, and then it cut to like Saki and what was his face, the Bishonen guy, them shopping at a store in Harajuku, and it was sort of meant to mirror how like otaku were similar to like regular people in some sense. Like no, like they're not that weird. Um, but over time in the manga, the mangaka sort of kicked Madarame down, especially like later on into Nidaime. Like you could drop the manga at the end of the first season when everybody graduates and it's fine. But as it goes on, he gets a job. He sort of sticks around. Uh, what was originally implied, like he has sort of a crush on Saki, starts to get a little bit more serious, and characters sort of force them together, I guess, which rubs me the wrong way, even though that would never work. Um, and like there's a lot of shit, dude. There's a lot of shit that I could talk about, like how he the final love interest he gets with is like a literal meme character, um, which I didn't even mind too much, but just from uh, like an ideal standpoint, I didn't like how they forced Madarame his character to sort of develop, and like how his otaku ness sort of became a cope. Like in one of the final scenes, he was like yelling about doujinshi and like lolis and stuff, and it became increasingly obvious that like his character was to be like this outrageous otaku as like a uh, to overcompensate for something. Uh, and I don't know, it just sort of rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like it too much, but I powered through it. I sort of hate Reddit. Where was I? Crap. That was a rant. The Densha Otokoification of Genshiken for sure. It didn't lean that far into it, and it wasn't. I wouldn't say as what's the word? Not abrasive, but it wasn't as shit. I can't think. I'm not speaking right now. It wasn't as offensive as Densha Otoko, let's say, but it sort of went in that direction to a certain extent, and I kind of expected it to. Like Sasahara was always a sort of a Ryaju inclined person, since he really only got into otaku stuff because of the Genshiken. But I kind of wanted some of the other characters like Madarame to just remain an otaku. And what was his name? The big guy. Crap, I can't remember his name. Let me pull up. Shit. Give me like 2 seconds here. I'm gonna pull up the character's name that I was mentioning. Kugayama. Kugayama sort of ended the series, at least if my memory is serving me correct. Kugayama is one of the only characters who stayed in otaku. Hato was the cross dresser. Yeah, and Saki did force the pair. But I think it would have been, honestly, it would have been better if it just remained Madarame had this weird crush on Saki, and sort of like an awkward otaku liking the cosplay type of thing, but whatever. Nidaime had the opening song by what's her face? That one Seiyu. I can never. That one Seiyu who speaks Russian. Shit. That's let me see, industry people. I have a bookmark for her somewhere. It's not gonna help anyone, I don't think. I used to have a picture of this one Seiyu. Um, Sumire Uesaka. Uesaka Sumire was the Seiyu I'm mentioning. She did the opening song for Genshiken Nidaime. And I guess in regards to the anime, Nidaime is actually good. Um, I did like how we got to see. we flip-flopped a little bit. We got to see the male otaku side, and we got to see the BL side, like what the females do. And I always like that. Like, I'm always interested in like what female like hardcore BL otaku anime would be like. But we very rarely see that, and Nidaime is one of the only examples. There's another one called Kiss Him Not Me, um, which is it's just sort of like a reverse harem. But I kind of wish there was like a female version of uh, otaku no videos so we could see the other side. Uh, let's see if I could finish anything else. Sort of. Kugeyama is the only one who lived true. That's gonna be my life right there. Um, yeah, I don't think they had enough going for them. I would say the female group, and like they went to Comic Cat like once or twice, but it wasn't. It didn't have the same energy. I would say Nidaime didn't have the same energy. Going back to an earlier question to make sure I didn't forget what he was saying. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause for a second while I make sure that the stream is still going. All right, we're still live, I think. I just see right now on my screen concurrent viewers -2. I'm like, dude, what the hell? I can still move my hand. I don't see anything moving on the screen. Oh, we got a connection back. Okay. It might have just crapped out for a little bit. And -4 concurrent viewers. Let's fucking go, dude. That's a party stream, all right. A good student earlier was asking, have you considered adding a blog roll to your blog? Let's see if just to make sure I even know what a blog roll is. Yeah, I cut for a bit. That's definitely my internet, not you guys. It's shitting itself a little bit, but I think it will hang in there. I did mention at the beginning that there was supposed to be some storms in the afternoon and evening. So I'm hoping it's not like a power outage or something. It's gonna just abruptly end everything. But anyways, back to what I was saying regarding a student over here was asking about a blog roll. I would say I haven't considered it simply because I don't read enough blogs. I don't really read anime blogs, and if I do, they're sort of like sporadic. Um, but generally, I don't read blogs enough to add a blog roll, nor provide any good recommendations. I probably read more magazines than I do read blogs. Let's see. Probably going to make it through one more magazine and call it a day. So this is Gift Eternal Rainbow. A little short section on that. Figured it was worth mentioning since it's part of the Pars canon now. And speaking of Genshi canon, we got Kujibiki on balance right there. Yeah, it's gonna be crapping out. I wonder if I drop it to like 720p or something. Oh, I can't change it while it's streaming. Shit. Alright. But yeah, Kujibiki on balance is right there. I'm tempted to just turn off my VPN because I feel like it's throttling me a bit. But that could also have the adverse effect of cutting the VPN and then like the entire internet cuts out for a bit, and then I don't know what the status of the stream would be when it comes back, if it comes back. More canon, except this time it's canon 2006. I think I have the series on DVD. This one, Soko no Strain. Soko no Strain. This show is actually pretty good. It kind of seems like this weird sci-fi show, and there are a couple episodes in the middle that are absolutely terrible. Like it decides to be this weird, ecchi harem comedy for a little bit, but it's actually pretty decent, and there are some cool directorial choices in this one. It's like if you have nothing better to do, I guess watch Soko no Strain. This is 009 or something like that. 009-1. I think it's a remake. I think we move on to some games now. I'm hoping we're not going to get more lewds, but oh, speaking of lewds, we got Dead or Alive Extreme 2. I guess that was the reason why they showcased the Xbox in the first place on the in the other magazine, since that's probably one of the only reasons why a Japanese otaku might even consider getting an Xbox, because the Dead or Alive series was on it. And we're gonna get some lewds in this one, I think. Not necessarily here, but that was Shuffle. I always thought Shuffle had really good art, but I wasn't a huge fan of the series. This is Negima. I'm not familiar with this DS game, but it looks really familiar. Is this more Negima? More Negima in School Mizu. Even more Negima. I guess this girl is really cute. Holy shit. Yotsuba Satsuki. Alright, I guess I gotta watch Negima now. Hey Uzi, how's it going? Just doing a chill stream. You're probably gonna catch the end of it. More Negima, except this one's significantly different art style. My Ultimate. I was thinking about watching My Ultimate recently. But I wasn't a huge fan of My Hime. Actually, this is not My Ultimate, I lied. Or is it? No, it is. It's My Ultimate Zwei. And we got a cat girl from... I think it's an original. I gotta look at it. And, oh crap, which one is this? It's that one broccoli title. Winter Garden. Got some extra art right here. I forgot the artist, but this is familiar. Does it say? Minato Hiromu is the artist right here. Looks pretty familiar. Some of that 2000s kind of like brushed moe look. Looks real nice. Likey. Okay. And that's about it. Oh, look at that. It's Tencho as Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty is literally everywhere. You cannot escape her. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else interesting. Yeah, I think I was gonna try to pull out something else, but it's just a bunch of Megami magazines and new types that I got over there. There were specific ones I went for though, and I think I have a couple of 18 plus ones right here now that I think about it. A lot of 18 plus. I'm gonna keep that off the table for now. Get the mouse. Put the mouse back where it belongs. Anime Tensho is awesome, indeed. It's like the hypest stuff. But yeah, I probably will do another stream like this sometime later, maybe next week, something like that. Similar anime magazine, because I figured I have a lot of these to look through myself, and some of them have just been kind of sitting here, and I just figured it'd be kind of cool to flip through a couple of them, because I got all of these from Japan. There was only so many I was able to bring across, not necessarily monetarily, but like weight wise, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I put it in my like little montage from after I came back from Japan. But basically, like, what was it, like 23 kilograms or something was the cutoff, and I was literally like a tenth of a kilogram off before going over. So there's only so much you can put in your bag, and I had my backpack completely filled because I got a ton of doujinshi. Like this bag right here I got on my desk. Like this bag is what I brought over. Here, let's see it. Hell yeah, dude. Mandarake. It's this giant fucking bag that's like 10, 20 pounds. I had this one picture. I'm gonna find it because it was pretty cool. But after my first time going to Nakano Broadway, I knew Akihabara was gonna be a pretty intense shopping experience. Because just in Nakano Broadway alone, I got like something crazy, like 20 pounds of shit. At least it felt like it. Crap, where is my picture? I don't see my pictures. Otherwise, they're out of order. Though I do plan to go back to Japan eventually. Probably for next year. I'm going to try to go to Winter Comiket. Because that was one thing that I kind of wanted to try to do this year, but based off when I got my ticket, it just wasn't going to happen. Obviously, unfortunately. Crap, where is... I was going backwards. Comiket. Yeah, Comiket's happening again. Picture. Okay, I was just looking at the wrong day on my end. Here we go. Finally found the damn picture. And I have this already on my hard drive, so it's kind of pointless to pull it up. Let me just toss this on screen. Browse, downloads. There we go. Oh shit, it's huge. Oh no, I think I lost it. Crap, where'd it go? Alright, I'm gonna delete it and bring it back. Because I moved it way too off screen. But it's just a picture of my My initial Mandarake haul, because I eventually went to the one in Akiba, but this is the Nakano Broadway one. There we go. Actual imouto here. Glad to get some rep. Yeah, imouto representation is an important issue in anime right now. Should have got a bag for the merch. But yeah, at Madarake, it was kind of funny though, because I had so much shit. Like when I was there, most people didn't have a little basket, but I had a basket and I was just throwing stuff in there. Like I saw a bunch of Megami magazines and I threw them all in there. I looked at the doujinshi, and I like as soon as I saw one that I knew it was just going into the bag, into the little basket, I should say. And by the end of it, like I just went over to the register, and like the onesan behind the counter just had to scan and bag like 30 different things. It was kind of hilarious. Hence why I think she like triple bagged this. I had two bags. Is the other bag? No. But she triple bagged and I had two of these bad boys. Because actually at this one, at the Madarake location, I didn't get Dojinshi, but I also got like 10 volumes of the Boogie Pop light novel, which is one of the things I wanted to get in Japan. So I have them in there. They're somewhere on the other side of my room, which will be seen in the room tour coming soon, TM. Do you still change the wallpapers on your desktop a lot? Kind of, kind of. Though I'm mostly just rotating through the same ones, or like ones that I've used in the past. I'm sort of bringing them back, you know. Just depends on the season. Right now I'm in like a spring mood, so I have Haruhi City on some grass. Kind of looks like the Windows XP background, at least in terms of the like the layout. Hazukashi, you can't go to Akiba if you feel embarrassed. You just kind of gotta go in. It's a totally different vibe. Like if you're shopping for 18 plus stuff, and you're just in this stuffy, humid, underground little shop. It's well not little shop, but like you know, like small surface area. You're like brushing up against other guys, and it's just like, you know what, dude? Like no one has shame in here. Like you just see people into like some pretty outlandish stuff, just grabbing stuff off the shelves. It's pretty intense and it's pretty hype. Hence why I gotta go back. Um, Mostly, I'm just gonna devote it entirely to otaku stuff next time because I did some touristy stuff the previous one and it was fine, but I did miss getting more of the Akihabara and Nakano Broadway experience. I ended up like speed running a lot of it. Boogie Pop Phantom OP song is very comfy. Never watched it though. And I said I don't want to show the lolis to the One-chan. I didn't get loli dojinshi at Mandarake, but I did get I feel like the artist's name is Gintama, but does that Momoka Sakura art from, well, not art, but like Momoka Sakura dojinshi from Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. The one blonde girl with like floofy hair. I think it's Gintama is maybe the artist or the circle. But regardless, I got those, but that was in Melon Books in Akihabara because they had like the C101 stuff. So I ended up seeing that book, and I think it's just a compilation because I've read through some of them, and they're just some recycled ones. So I don't know if there's any new, but regardless, the artist is fucking Kino. But like these onechans, they've seen some stuff, man. They work at Mandarake, and like these otaku go in and don't give a single shit. Boogie Pop OP song is very comfy. Never watched it though. Oh, it's that the Boogie Pop Phantom is in the 1999 show, right? Or 2000, I should say. It's like something like My Nichi something club. It's a Kinotama. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. I was gonna pull it out. Let's see if I can show anything on here. Or maybe it's horizontal world. Alright, this side is safe. Oh, I have the wrong fucking, let me hide that picture for a little bit. There we go. This lad right here. This is a thick volume. Like, look at this dude. That's a good amount of cunny in there. Definitely watch Boogie Pop Phantom though. Everybody in this chat needs to watch Boogie Pop Phantom. Eventually. It's fantastic. It would help if you had a little bit of a background knowledge with Boogie Pop and Others light novel, which I do recommend as well. It's really good, and it's a really short read. Like, you can blast through that in like a day, maybe two. It depends on your reading speed. Yes, Friday night. Oh, look, it's that white hand. Welcome back. Semi-dead. Just as I'm finishing things up here. But yeah, I managed to export some goods there. And it's gonna be interesting though, because in a couple months I'm gonna be going to another, like a stateside convention. And I'm probably not gonna buy any doujinshi at all, because I kind of got my fix over there in Japan, and especially since, well, this volume not really, because this was 1,600 yen, but some of the other volumes I picked up for like 200 or 300. But obviously this one's more expensive since it's like so massive and it's brand new. It was a C101 thing. Well, I think I'm gonna sort of wrap things up here. Thanks for anyone who sort of stopped by. The stream archive will be going up as soon as it finishes, I guess. Like, I don't even understand what YouTube does behind the scenes. But whenever the video is up available, it will be put up as an archive or something like that. And also, before I forget, if anyone has, if anyone has a stream archive from my stuff, like downloaded, it was the first editing some anime charts stream I did on my old channel. The original Artificial Night Sky. Please send that to me, because I was looking through some of my files and I didn't see it. And I feel like I have it somewhere, maybe like on one of my external hard drives, but just in the case that I don't have it, let me know, because I would greatly appreciate it. Since when I initially did my sync to Odyssey, since I only had a certain amount of subscribers, it didn't automatically sync over videos that were more than an hour long, hence why my under 17 and Digibro video were not brought over on Odyssey, and I probably have to do those manually. But that stream went over an hour, so it wasn't archived. Oh shit. Blackstar39, if you got that, let me know on Mal or something. That'd be pretty sick. I need to get that somewhere. But anyways, thanks for anyone who showed up to the stream. Probably gonna do another one sometime soon, because I got a lot of these magazines to flip through. Might be magazine, might be something else. I'll just have to sort of decide what it's gonna be. But for all of you who have a little bit more, your Fridays are just starting, have a comfy Friday night as usual. And stay comfy, stay based. Stream probably will happen on either a Friday or Saturday. Might even just be a talking stream. We'll have to see. You know what? I'll try to post like if I know about my time in my schedule ahead of time, I'll post like a community thing since I do have the community tab available now on the second channel.